What's going on? What's going on? What's going on? You got the almighty DJ CJ Flash back with a brand new live episode of I Remember That Song. And here to tell you all about it is the man, the myth, the legend, Mr. Jerry Dub.
CJ Flash, Dominus.
Hominus.
Did your voice crack? You crack your voice like a 12-year-old or something like that.
Yeah, it cracked.
Hey, Almighty
Peter Brady.
CJ Flash, something
When
like that.
it's time to change.
Well, so you feeling all right? You gonna be okay?
Yeah, I'll be fine.
Need a little something to sip on or what?
No, I'm good. We're gonna push through this one.
Let's push through this, man. So it's good to see you. I know you guys were in Puerto Vallarta last week, and you're a little tired this time, right?
Little tired, but you know, again, we're gonna push through it.
Okay. That's the last. All right, let's push through it with your partner here. Let's bring in Big Russ. Big Russ.
What's going on, fellas?
See, he's the opposite. He got the full Barry White thing going on. He's just the opposite of yours.
Yeah. That's how it goes down with my voice. When I get sick, man, it gets all down here.
So what happened in Puerto Vallarta? What happened to you two guys, man?
You know, there was a bug going around. A lot of people got sick towards the end. I took COVID tests afterwards. I was negative. Mm-hmm. But I've talked to Eric Darius and his wife. They both are sick. Mm. CJ, the photographer, Mario Wright.
He got sick?
No, worse. He broke his leg in the airport.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Damn.
Ooh.
Oh, my God.
Was he able to find somebody to sue, or did he trip over something? Or
I don't know.
Got opportunities, bro. You got to look at the opportunities.
Yeah, I don't know about Mexican opportunities, though, bro.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, good point there. Good point. You should have fell in San Francisco.
Yes, the federales.
Yeah. Let me ask you about that hoodie real quick, because that looks real nice, man. What is that you're wearing there? It looks nice.
This hoodie right here?
Yeah,
this
ABC.
Yes, ABC. It's two meanings for me. It is for the Negro League, the Atlanta Black Crackers.
Yes.
Okay. All right.
But it reminded me of the artwork for the Jackson 5 ABC.
Yeah.
When we were kids. It reminded me of that.
Yeah.
But the Atlanta Black Crackers, the story behind them, the story behind their name is that they were kind of like a barnstorming team. Mm-hmm. And what they would do is if they hit a ball and it didn't go out in the park, it just like a double or a single or a triple, mm-hmm. they would walk back to the dugout like it was an out.
Dang.
They only wanted to count the home runs.
Wow.
Okay. All right. Well. Okay.
Wow.
I don't quite know what to make of that, but the runs.
That was their deal.
Okay.
Yeah.
Home run.
Must have been really, really
home
good.
run or none. Okay.
Yeah, they were like the black gas house gorillas.
Okay. Again.
That went over Jerry's head.
Right over my bald head.
Did you watch cartoons as a kid?
My cartoons were more like the Jetsons and the Flintstones. You guys were watching.
You guys
were watching the ones where the arms actually moved. They weren't moving in mine. It's kind of
this was a Bugs Bunny cartoon.
Bugs Bunny.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
I'm writing it down. We'll talk about that later at another time off air, but I did not know about that one. So, hey, listen, gotta tell you that our sister Ryan Nicole, the actress, the athlete, the artist, and the activist is acting tonight. So she's got a thing going on. So she will not be with us. But these three guys that you're looking at right now will carry on. We got a great show lined up for you tonight. Got to tell you, first of all, that you can see this show, IRTS Live, on YouTube, on Twitter, or X. You can see it on Facebook on the Soul TV platform, and you can also see it on Roku TV at soultvwatch.com. These brothers that we got coming up tonight, let me tell you something. We welcome two members of the legendary funk band ZAPP. That's Lester Troutman Sr. and Terry ZAPP Troutman. ZAPP unleashes funky, high-energy music with contagious groove built for dancing, loving, and good times. Come on. Let's say hello to Lester and Terry Troutman. What's up, fellas? What's up?
Hey, wow. Hey, man, thank you. Wow, what's such a great... a lot of history, man. I didn't know about the ABC. That's pretty good.
Yeah.
That's pretty good.
That's what we do.
Good stuff.
Yeah, what's going on, G?
Hey. The mouse pad will be in the mail tomorrow.
Or
Okay.
Yeah, I ain't got no cash. What's going on, Terry? What's going on, Lester? How you fellas doing?
Hey, we blessed, man. Just honored to be here, man. Thank you for the invitation. And I'm gonna tell you, this is blowing my mind to be among such great guys, man. You guys, come on, Russ. Hey, man, CJ and you, man, just woo, man, and man, Eric. Woo, this is all good, man.
All right. I appreciate that. We will take that and embrace that. We ran into you guys last month when the three of us were in Cabo, San Lucas for the Life Lux Jazz Festival. You guys were the headliners on Saturday night. And I ran backstage and said, man, I got to get you guys on. Shirley Murdoch was with you. I saw her first and said, tell them brothers how much fun you had on the show. And you did not hesitate, Lester. You gave me your son's number and give you a call. And here we are a few weeks later, here you are. So I really appreciate you guys being a man of your word and just coming and hanging out with us tonight.
Hey, man, it is a pure honor. So definitely an honor, man. Are we picking up on everything? Is it good?
Sounds kind of going in and out.
Yeah.
Uh-oh. Say it again.
I say your sound's going a little bit in and out. So I don't know if you're talking into the computer or into a microphone or.
Uh-oh. Well, you know what I did? How about now? Did that get better for me? Because I just moved my mic closer. How about you?
Now it sounds really good.
Better.
Really good. How about you, Terry?
Yep, that's it.
Okay, let's go. All right, well, look, before we get started, we want to say hello to all the folks that are out there. Russ and CJ, I'm going to need your help on some of this because we always like to remind people that we are seen all across the globe. We got friends watching us in Europe. We got friends watching us in Jamaica, in Africa, in Kansas City, in Atlanta. And you guys are in Detroit, or where you guys at? Are you in Ohio? Where are you?
Ohio.
Man.
Oh, you're in Ohio? Okay.
Yeah, we're in Ohio.
We got Ron Ledford watching us from Detroit.
Mm-hmm.
Kimberly Batiste is down in Monterey.
Kimberly Batiste is one of the biggest ZAPP fans I know.
Yeah.
She really is. She's a huge ZAPP fan.
That's good.
Kim, what's going on, Kim?
Brother Ray Harris is always with us. He's from the Bay. Somebody's asking Russ to hopefully he gets better. Peggy Morris Bennett says hello. And make sure you guys tell us where you're calling, hitting us up from so we can shout out your city and things like that. Kevin Birch down in SoCal, he's watching. Oakland is in the house. Sheila the Diva. She loves to hear some sad best concerts ever. So look, we ready to roll. So what we're going to do tonight, fellas, we're going to play you music. We're going to tell some great stories. We're going to have some fun, just like we were doing in our warm-up. I want to, first of all, tell everybody what I found out today. I just found out today that the ZAPP band name came from Terry. I thought it'd be the other way around. But Terry, your nickname was ZAPP. Please tell us about that story.
Okay, let's see. Oh, wow. Troutman Brothers. Yep. And that was my name, right?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, actually, George. We were finishing up the record, and he said, "No, we don't really like that. We want to get something else. Yeah, y'all have to come up with something else because we were called Roger the Human Body before that. So,
Roger the Human Body.
Yeah, right. Yeah, Roger.
Yeah,
Get into that. We're gonna get into. We'll get into
for
those of the ZAPP fans who don't know about it. But yeah, that's it. And yes, they decided, they said, hey, man, let's name it after ZAPP. That's catchy. And there you go.
Okay. All right. Well, you might want to move your mic a little closer too, because you were kind of breaking up a little bit. See, so we also got Deanna Roberts is out there. She's in Oakland saying hello. We got somebody, Sharon from Hayward, California.
Conway. Hey, Miss Conway.
Okay. We got all kind of folks watching tonight. Ronnie McBride is in Dallas. I told you, we're all over the place, man, and they are here to see.
Yeah, we got a couple in here. We got Memphis. We got St. Louis. We got, I don't know, where's Medford? I don't know where Medford is.
Medford, Oregon?
Medford, Indiana?
I don't know. Put
Medford,
Oregon.
Oregon.
I'm geographically challenged, so put the state in there too, so I can make sure we give you a proper shout.
Yeah, I think that's Oregon. Is that right?
Okay.
Yeah.
Medford, Oregon. She got it. Sheila the Diva.
And then we got Kimberly is actually in Seaside. I gave her Monterey, but no, they claim Seaside. That makes a difference when you're down there. So let's do this. Let's get some of that good music going, CJ Flash, and then let's get some of these stories rolling too. Ready? It's IRTS Live with ZAPP, but go ahead, CJ.
Can we start at the beginning?
Do what you do, man.
All right.
Oh my God.
What in the world is that? Sounding like some 1960s hippie music. What is that?
That was 1963, man. We recorded that in the end of 62, and it came out in 1963. That was Roger, myself, and was two other brothers, the Beecham brothers, Charles and Willie, and a girl here and I'm back. And we were called Little Roger. Little Roger and the Veils, VELS, the Veils, Little Roger and the Veils. That song was called Jolly. First, it was called Jolly Oregon, and then when our dad got us our record deal with Teen Records, oh my God!
Oh, wow.
The song they relabeled the song because we had our own label. They relabeled the song, and the song was then called Jolly Oregon. But we recorded that in 1960, 62, 63. It came out there, Jolly Oregon, and I was 8 years old.
You were 8 years old when you did that?
8 years old,
and
you know, I had a drum solo in the front of the song, right?
Well, all right.
That was wow, man.
Terry, what you remember about that one, Terry?
I've been for maybe 2 or 3 years. My mother played it for me. You remember the little video? Put the needle on it, and that's it. Okay. I was born in 1961. So
okay. So you weren't quite with it then. Okay.
We laughing like, oh, I know. I know this is good because we got Russ smiling over there.
Being sick, man. Russ, hey, look, that's a true story, Russ. That was that was the first song, man. That was the first record that I recorded. Again, I was 7 recording, and it came out when I was 8 years old, and man, we were playing around the tri-state, around Cincinnati, Hamilton, Kentucky, was that Northern Kentucky, Dayton, Middletown, all them areas of Richmond, Indiana. You know, we made Indianapolis a couple of times. Then that was big time, really big time.
Well, good for you, Flash, for digging that one up, man. That's what he's going to do all night long. So every time you're going to get shocked a lot tonight. See?
Amazing, but yeah,
okay.
That was on the radar nowhere, man. I thought that somebody sent me a copy. A producer from TV documentary that we did. She's solid. She sent me a copy of that. I don't know how she got that. I thought I had the only copy left. You know, when that's amazing, man. That's beautiful.
Okay, all right, Flash. We off and running. What else you got, brother?
I say,
you always have something in your plate if you keep your band straight. Don't lose it. You always have something in your plate if you keep your band straight. Don't you lose your balance. Don't you? You always have someone sharing if you don't lose your balance. Take this serious, never as a joke. No, baby.
Let me see if I got that right. You always have something what if you keep your belly what?
Always, you will always have something on your plate if you keep your bearings straight.
Keep your bearings straight. Okay, all right.
That was our father's line. That was part of his let me see, say no to drugs. Son, if you go out here, you better be back here by 9 o'clock. Don't follow your friends down a dark road. If they jump off a building, are you gonna jump? That was one of his lines. You know, you always have something in your plate if you keep your bearings straight. You know, that means something to eat, something to do, some money, the success, or whatever you want to call it. Always be straight. You're gonna be straight if you keep your bearings. You know, your bearings.
Yeah.
North. Your compass, bearings. Keep your bearings straight. So,
I like that.
So
like
know where you're going. Know if you don't know where you're going, know where you're trying to go. And if you don't know how to get there, look at the map. It ain't the rap, it's the map. Okay, you know, you go from point A to point B. So that was our dad. I was a message from my dad. We made that song. I remember that was on the B side of our own label, the Troutman Brothers label. Okay, I remember that. Yes, sir. Very, very well. Very well.
Nice.
Question for you, brother. Both of you brothers. Now, was your father, was he a musician as well?
No.
The radio.
Yeah. He could play the radio, Russ.
Okay. Well,
Very straight.
Yeah. No,
he couldn't do that.
Dad was our father was a great man. There were 10 of us. We lost a brother early on. It was 9 of us. We all lived in a house. He raised us. He imagine, man, that was with 5 boys and 4 girls, and he worked at a paper mill in Hamilton. Okay, that was his 9-to-5 job, and then he had a side hustle. He sold wood. Okay, kindling wood, but from the paper, they give him all the scrap wood. He would go out and sell it per load. He had a dump truck, and he sold the paper. Sold the wood, and with the money, he was able to keep us together, and he was able to buy Roger instruments. Early on, Roger started playing way before me, and then when I got old enough, Roger and my dad and Roger sort of had an interest in playing. He was able to get me a set of drums. Imagine, man, in the late 50s and the early 60s, imagine a father, all them kids, a wife, man, and he did it. He was a great guy, man. Wow. So
was your family originally we have the migration with our people. So before Ohio, where were you from?
We were born and raised in Hamilton, Ohio, 132 Washington Street. Okay, but our dad and our mom both came from Georgia. My dad from a place called Eaton in Georgia, near Atlanta, and our mom was born in Conyers, Georgia. Okay, and their parents, my Gramps, our grandfather, he moved up from Georgia. I can't tell you the year, 2022, but no, he moved from Georgia up to Hamilton, Ohio, and my dad and my uncle, he had 2 sons, and they came up here, and he started his own business. And I'm going down the road, I'm going quick, and you can stop me and fact check me any way you like. He worked for himself. He he had a coal. He sold coal in the winter. Coal would you start fires with? Coal in the winter, and he sold ice in the summer.
Man, that's true, Russ.
Yes,
that's true, man. Our grandfather.
Yeah. So that brung our dad. He got into trucks and on and on. And my dad had us, and we all lived in Hamilton. That's where we're from. I guess I hope I kept the story straight for y'all.
Oh no,
Yeah.
I got it. I remember the. I'm not as old as Jerry, but I do remember. I do remember the ice blocks, the
Yeah.
ice house. Yeah, I
That's
do remember that.
Yeah.
He said, say it again. Said we can't hear you.
That's discrimination.
There, I heard that too. Yeah.
All right, go ahead.
Age discrimination from the young bucks.
You say you remember what, Jerry?
I said age discrimination from the young bucks. So
Yeah.
I remember blocks of ice too. I remember that you had to, chop off some pieces of it and all like that. So yeah.
Yeah, and in our office we have somewhere one of our cousins had them, I think, but we got these signs and we put them in a picture, But our grandfather, his advertisement was he had these little square blocks, little square posters, and it was they had 25 on one side, and upside down it was 50, and you flip it over, it was 75 on the top, and then under that was 100, and under that it was Troutman's and Sons Ice and Coal, and that was his advertisement. And what he did was pass it out to his customers, and they would leave that placard. They would put it on 25 pounds of ice or 50 pounds of ice, and they would leave it in the window on the front door, and that would let him know what kind of ice that the people needed for that day. So he would go out and pass out the ice.
Nice.
Wow.
Nice with the ice. Well, I got to ask you this question. Okay, so what the funk is in the water in Dayton, Ohio? Because we got so many funk bands. See, you guys got to give me some. I was sitting on that one all week. What the funk was in the water? I was sitting on it all week. See, because we got
that.
You like
Troutman ice.
Troutman. Well, there you go. There you go.
No. Okay, no. Sorry.
You got
What's
the
up?
Ohio Players. You got Slave. You got Fazo, Heatwave, Lakeside, and you guys all from Dayton, Ohio.
Well, Midnight Star, Shirley Murdoch, Bootsy Collins. Let me see. Go on down the line, man.
Oh, no.
You said Dayton, right?
Yeah.
Okay,
Just Ohio, period, for that matter. I was born in Youngstown, Ohio, and I got a lot of family in Cleveland, Ohio.
Oh, wow. Okay.
I was just in Cleveland about a month and a half ago. It's back there. So yeah, but I did not get that funk gene. I'm like your father. I can play it on the radio. I can't play it not even on a flute. Not even like Andre threw that. I can't even do that right now. So.
Yes.
So what was the deal? What was the common denominator for getting all that funk in Ohio?
Hey,
Thank you, Lester. Thank you, Lester.
It's I know we were privy enough to be able to hear the radio. We had radio stations that we could turn on to, back in those days. But the actual answer, I don't know, man.
Hey, man, that was.
I got the answer right here. Wait a minute, like, it's 11 o'clock.
Yeah, okay. There's your funk. There's your funk. Okay.
Yeah, man. Boy,
Good question.
I wish that I knew. I wish I knew the answer to that, because, come on, man, to know where all of these groups you just mentioned, Dayton, just in Dayton, the area is not very, very big. It's not LA or New York or Denver or nothing like that, man. It's Dayton is kind of small, and for you named about 5 groups: Slave, Fazo, Ohio Players,
Heatwave, Lakeside.
Yeah, Heatwave, Lakeside. Just them 5 groups right there. All of the sounds are different.
Mhm.
Every last, just we all approached the funk in a different way, man, and it's amazing. I wish I knew, man. I wish I knew.
Mhm.
I think partly what Zapp said, man, he said there was a lot of radio stations, but man, we had one, the DAO, okay, one station we used to listen to, man, and hey, man, I don't know, I was trying to do what I heard Diamond do, and I tried to do what I heard Fred, who's Lakeside's drummer, do. Then I tried to do what I heard Steve Arrington do. Yeah, Steve, you older than me. When he was Slave's drummer. All those guys all those guys are, those guys are probably 20 years older than me, man.
Well, that's crazy. That's crazy.
Not 20. Wait, why are you laughing, Russ? It ain't.
No, I'm not. I'm laughing because you brought up Diamond's name, and Diamond's probably one of my favorite drummers to watch play. Yes. Diamond was a beast, and you just couldn't. I would get lost in the math. I would be watching him in the middle of the show. I'm just focused on him. He was so the stuff that he would do. It was so subtle, and he was crazy. His pocket was nuts, man.
A powerhouse, man. You're like you said, man. So we listened to. I would listen to that guy, man, and then Earth, Wind, and Fire would come on. It's like, man, listen to that. It's like, wow. And then they'll throw on a Lakeside record, man. There was the pockets of them guys, man. Fred was steady as a daggone clock, man. And Arrington, man, oh man. Then God bless his soul. People don't talk about him much, but Roger Dodger, man. Roger Parker.
Wow.
Did you know Parker? Did you guys?
I knew of him.
I was a early slave guy, man.
Yeah.
Oh my God. It's unbelievable, man. So, it's just, I don't know, man. The funk, the water, the groups, the
ice.
Ice in the cold.
Right. My grandfather put in the water, but it was, and to this day, it's always, it just blows my mind. I can think of 1,000 answers of why the groups were so funky coming out of Dayton. And one in my book, the number one answer is that at least for the bottom and for the pocket, for me, I was always trying to emulate my peers, all those older guys. Oh, Diamond, I said it. Yeah, Diamond, 30 years older than me, man.
Well, whenever you mention anybody mentions Earth, Wind, and Fire on this show, we gotta talk to this guy right here because CJ Flash is an Earth, Wind, and Fire expert. I'll just say that, So we definitely say that.
Did you ever catch any early, like unrecorded, I should say, unreleased versions of Maurice playing with Ramsey Lewis? Did you ever get any anything early?
Yes, I've heard some stuff that Maurice played with Ramsey, and then I also heard when Maurice left and created the Salty Peppers, and those songs. I have a few of those. I think they might have did 2 or 3 singles.
Yeah, okay.
Didn't really get much traction, but Salty Peppers, and then he created Earth, Wind, and Fire after that with the first group, Wave Flemings and all those cats.
Yes, sir. Well, hey man, I'm sorry. I just thought
Russ,
I know
everybody is probably over 60. So when he's salt and pepper, that's our mustaches, ain't it?
Pretty good, yes. When the hair for men ain't working, just got to go with what you got, So,
hey, I caught COVID, man. After I got well, my hair grow gray. It will not turn gray. Just here.
Oh wow.
Wait, hold on. What you're saying that COVID turned your hair black? No.
Yeah.
I never heard Dr. Fauci talking about that, man. I never heard of that one.
What's up, Russ? Why are you laughing, man?
I'm laughing because I never heard the whole Grecian formula from the whole COVID thing. I never heard that.
Grecian.
You got the Grecian vaccination, the booster. You're watching IRTS Live tonight. Our guests are Lester Troutman Sr. and Terry ZAPP Troutman. I see that Sheila Diva had to run, but so that means that it's 7:35. If you're just tuning in, make sure you check out the replay of the show, which will be available 5 minutes after this show is done. We're a long way from done right now. We're having a lot of fun. We've got Tracy Lawrence is in the building with us. Bele Sullivan is watching. Felice Salvan, my cousin back in Maryland. Chandra Arsenault is with us. Marisha McBride used to be my intern. Tony Johnson went to high school with Tony. I did not get born in Cleveland. I was born in Youngstown. My family's in Cleveland. Deanna Roberts is watching again, and Cedric is watching. So all kind of folks are watching.
We
And
got
having a good time.
Encyclopedia Brown Kanik is on.
Yes.
We
there.
definitely
D
got D
minor.
Minor up in there. Yes, and he dropped a couple of questions already, and we're going to work those back in. So CJ, in a minute, or in the meanwhile, get some more of that good music going.
Got you covered.
Looking back over my years, I guess I've shed some tears. Told myself time and time again, this time I'm gonna win. But another fight, things ain't right. I'm losing again. It takes a fool to lose twice and start all over again. Think I better let it go.
Man. Oh man,
That boy good. That boy good. That almighty DJ CJ Flash. He good.
I shot. You know why, man? That wow, man. Who asked us to do that? Let me see. We that a guy from Germany. I think it was a record company that they asked us to about that Human Body album, I think, and then wanted us to do another track. And Bobby Glover, that was Bobby Glover singing, man. And he, when we were a local band, we always said, Bobby, man, he sound just like Teddy, man, just like Teddy. So Roger said, look, man, go just get the track together, Jake. He called me, Jake said, get the track together. Go in there and get the track together. And we're going to do Love TKO. We did it. Us Raj always told me to get the track together. I got the track together, and hey, man, I remember that, man. I think they released that in Germany. Is that right? Was it Germany or Korea?
Europe. It is. The group. Well, CJ has right there, but I think it was either the Human Body, and it wasn't Roger Human, it was the Human Body, and they released it over there in Europe. I think. Probably just Germany. And, they came, it was real crazy, man. They came from Germany. They came in the studio, Russ.
Wow.
It did the deal, like bam, let's,
we talked. And then I don't think it was released over here. Yes. Hey, man, that's all I know.
So I never heard that one before. Flash, where'd you dig that up?
That was off of the Human Body album. And it was a bonus track. Actually, now I think you can find it easily, but back then, like you said, it was probably just released in Germany or Europe.
I can't. It's so many.
Yeah.
We were blessed, man. In 1980, when we go back to 70s, we were 77, I think. We were playing as a local band, and we used to play. We were Roger and the Human Body. We were playing clubs. We used to go to clubs in the cities, and we would play for a week. 6 or 7 days, 5 to 7 days. And this one, we were in Cincinnati. We were playing at this club called Never on Sunday in Cincinnati, and at the time it was in the winters, I think January or something like that. And that. We played a couple of days, and like the Thursday, they had a blizzard forecast, and we still went and played. It was about 4 people in the audience, and one of the people who was in the audience was Catfish Collins, Bootsy Collins' brother, and he sat there and he watched the show, and we did I think George Duke's song, "Reach For It." I think
Nice.
Yeah, do a Reach For It, and Roger played the bass, and we took a break, and then Catfish came back in the dressing room, started talking to us. I said, wow, check it out. And he asked us, was we doing any recording? We said, no. And he said, well, look, y'all want to come to do cutting? I said, yeah. And he gave us Bootsy. Said, call Bootsy Monday. And this was a couple of days later. We called him, and we used to come to Detroit. We went to Detroit and we met George, and hey man, the rest was history. But anyway, man, when we were blessed. After 1980, we had More Bounce, and then the second single was second album was the Mini Facts. Right.
Okay, hold on. We're gonna get to all that. Let CJ take us on this journey. We're gonna get to that really quick here. So, but hold on to them stories.
So you think it's what time is it? It's 11 o'clock here.
It's early. It's early.
Is that 11?
Okay.
You're right up. You had your coffee. You're good to go, man. Go ahead. Go ahead, Flash. While he's not here. Yeah, there you go. Go ahead, Flash.
I'm going to throw a little curveball because little birdie told me about this one.
I'll make a living. Free. Things that make you wonder more. Things that scare you, make you cry. World of imagination.
Man. You know what? You know what? I'm scared to even think about what, man. You that was after I think I was 15 or 16 when we did that. That group is Son, and who on bass, guitar, and is Roger, and drums is me playing drums, right? And where we recorded that was at Counterpart Studio in Cheviot, Cincinnati, Ohio. Wow. Shad Hoche's studio. And that is the same studio that we recorded that first song that you played. The first song that you played.
Really? All right. Yeah. Jolly?
Jolly Order.
Really?
Check it out. That studio. And then when are you gonna come over? How far, Freedom, that album?
Yeah.
That song? Okay, Freedom was before Son. We recorded the whole album. It was The Human Body. We recorded that album at Counterpart Studio. I remember we went up to Dayton. We practiced with Byron and I think Dean Simmons, Hummins, and John, another guy named John Hollis, I think it was his name. We practiced up in Byron's attic. Wow. And then we went down, we went to Counterpart Studio and recorded that album right there, man. That song is Live On, Dream On. And we did another song that I think that did a little better. It was called Come Light My Fire, Come Flick My Dick. Okay, that Roger did the Talk Box. That was the first hit in my mind that we made with the Talk Box. But yeah, man, that was Byron. The group was Son, and that was Roger and I. We did the whole rhythm track, if you would, the drums, bass, and Roger did the guitar and the Talk Box. Yes, sir. Absolutely.
Yeah, we were big Son fans out here.
Yeah, we had. I was on Capitol. Bo Ray Fleming was the producer. He also produced Mandrell. You remember Mandrell?
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, you might. Yeah, Jerry might. Jerry might. Right? Yeah, y'all might. You young guys.
I remember Mandrill. Fence Walk, Mango Meat.
Yeah.
No, we can go deep with Mandrill.
Yeah.
Golden Baboon.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah.
Wow. So, you can imagine, Roger and I, that was 19, it was the same year that the Cincinnati Reds won the first World Series. Okay. So I remember, man, and at the time, man, that was, I don't remember. Oh, man.
Yeah, that was the big red machine.
Yeah. I remember they paid us studio wages at the time, union scale, whatever it was. And, that's the most money I ever had in my life, walking around, $300 or $400 in your pocket, man. It was crazy, man. It's really, really, that I learned a whole lot from that, man. You know, whole lot, definitely a whole lot from.
Vince
Loved it.
Robinson said he was bumping Sun when he was in Columbus, Ohio. So you guys are the whole state must have just been on fire, man. That's amazing. That you guys are just the whole state. It's crazy.
Yeah, man. That was sorry about me getting out of the camera. Oh man, that that year 75 was that when that came out? When did that come out?
That was 76, I believe.
76. Yeah.
I mean, I'll double check. Hold on.
Yeah, that was sorry.
Yeah, one of them. 75.
76. That's when it was released. You guys recorded it earlier than that, I'm sure. But it was
back then, you know, you guys know, you younger guys would know that. But back then, you know, it would take a couple of years to record an album. You know, you had to do the drum tracks and then everything, and then one track. Oh, it was soft, monotonous. But yeah,
it seemed like James Brown was doing an album 2-3 times a year. He was putting out albums.
Yeah, well, James Brown had the juice then, but we, you know, hey, we had to kind of guess at it. James Brown knew what he was doing, man. Yeah, but that was Sun, man. That was big. That was a boost, you know, for Roger and the Human Body.
Okay, hold on one second. Zapp, Terry, I don't know what you're doing, man, but you
Terry, what's good with you, Terry?
Man.
That's my little brother. He like that. Well, it must be close to 11:30.
There you go. Turn back this way. There you go.
What Richard Pryor say happened at 11:30? That's my little
11:30.
11:30.
What happened?
11:30. That's right.
There you go. There you go.
Oh, he's back.
All right. Okay. We better get some more songs in, Flash. You keep talking about what time it is, and he's turning sideways. We don't know what's going to happen in the next half hour. So keep going, Flash.
Hey,
There it is. That's what I was waiting for.
Chandra says she's pregnant all over again, just hearing that opening line there. So now we're getting into the songs that everybody knows a bit about. So talk about that one. And of course, you know, Tupac sampled that one, and even I know that, and I'm not the hip hop head. But so you made a little extra money on that one too. But talk about the origins of that song right there.
Oh yeah. Hey, I have very little to say about that one, man.
Oh,
I like to let Lester tell the story.
Okay.
Hey, I did hear what you said. I just walked out of my studio. Okay, to the other side over there and got me a different coffee cup. But I heard what you said about having a brother and talking a whole lot. I heard what you
Oh, that was at the beginning.
Yeah.
No.
I ain't got nothing to say.
Yeah. No, I just want to make sure Terry got his 2 cents in too. That's all. You know, keep it going. Come on.
Actually, I'll definitely right, man. Because I mean, I can tell everybody that about that one. Let me see. I went to the studio all at the end. Yeah, at the end of the song. Okay. And that was the first song that I actually did some recording on, right? 70s, maybe.
You did the xylophone with Roger.
Right.
Gloom, doom, doom, gloom. When, yeah,
The
that's
first,
right.
that was Lester, my brother here. Let's see, was it 60 something when we started recording? That was the first time that I ever recorded. Okay.
Okay.
And hey, well, y'all know, I think that everybody knows about how big the song was and that Tupac did it. But there you go, Lester. You can give them some because I see we're gonna be here all night. So
Okay,
just a little while longer.
I promise you, I'm just gonna say a little short story about those songs. I'm sorry. That was recorded. We did it. We started working on that in Cincinnati in about 70, maybe 77. There was a studio called QCA, right? Roger and I and Larry, we went down there, and we was working diligently, okay, on the album, on tracks, and that was one of the songs I remember very well putting it down. And at the time, that Earth, Wind and Fire had that. What was it called?
That's a Weird World.
No. God, forgive me. That's Jerry. You know about that. That's that senior moment taking over.
Yeah.
Why you keep laughing at me?
Because you just hit me sideways. I'm just thinking, looking at you like this, and all of a sudden this punch comes. I'm like, okay, senior moments. I'm just being polite right now, Lester. That's all I'm doing. Being
Lester,
polite.
this show is full of senior moments from this brother right there, man. This cat over there. We should change the name of the show from "I Remember That Song" to "Senior Moments."
You know.
But Earth, Wind and Fire and the song, not Reasons. Oh man, I'll think of it in a minute.
Devotion.
Oh no, not True Devotion. Oh God, I'll call it in a minute.
That's the Way of the World.
Oh no, man. Later. Anyway, Maurice and
On your
Birdie.
face.
No.
Get away.
Mid-tempo song.
Mid-tempo.
Yeah, he's supposed to be the right. Anyway, Maurice and Verdine, they were, playing the syncopation with that, the foot would match the bass. So,
I know what it is. Gratitude.
No, slow, mid-tempo.
Yeah, Gratitude is mid-tempo. Same tempo as this.
Well, a little slower then. Anyway. No, not that. But anyway, I call the song in a minute, man. I'm having it. Rubbing off. Jerry's rubbing off. But,
well, my friend Dante Scott says that my sweater vest is a senior moment. That's but I still put it up there. So.
But that song, man, was when we start doing it, man. It was that intro. It's it's long. The intro of it. That was Imagination. That's it.
Imagination. D minor. We call him the Brown Encyclopedia Brown-Tanica. That's the reason why. Imagination. There you go.
That song, was real. It was happening, man. And we used to sit there and listen to that, man, and trying to mimic Verdine and his brother, right, Maurice, and that's why that's together. That's what we're working on in front of that. And when we were recording in the studio, Bootsy came in and he had took an acoustic guitar and he hooked it up to his Mutron. That's what that that's that's Bootsy coming in the middle of that groove me and Roger was putting down on the front of it. And back then, you put the tape on and it would run 30 minutes. And I tell you, that song may have been 28 minutes, man, but that was just a good feeling song, man. Pac used it, I don't know, you never know, man. But it's a good feeling song. And then the words of the lyrics was it was a message song, that chick brother getting together, and then she get tired of his mess and she leaves, and she talk about leaving, and that's what the song is saying. Listen, no, you're not leaving, don't go nowhere, and the hook is it's gonna be all right. It's gonna be all right. and that song and that message, that hook can be used in many different ways. It's going to be all right. As Pac did, keep your head. It's going to be all right. But that's what we meant by the song. Is this guy talking to his woman. You ain't going nowhere. Shut your mouth. You ain't going nowhere.
Yeah, we're getting a lot of questions from the audience here, man, because they're starting to remember every word that you begin. Byron Gibson, who's a guitar player here in the Bay Area, he says, tell you about the Lucky Lion in Oakland and just see what you say. Okay.
Lucky Lion. That was a gospel club that we played at.
Yeah. Oh, really? Okay.
Wow.
Man, the Lucky Lion. Hey, you know what, Brian? Hey, if he was there, we played at the Lucky Lion. I think we played it a couple of times. We never went back to the whirlpools, back to the hot tubs. That never happened. We played in the front, but the Lucky Lion was, it was a club. But we played there. That club, I remember, Computer Love, it came out, and that's one of the times. I think Charlie was in the area. Charlie Wilson came to the club that night, and we did Computer Love. Charlie Wilson did at the Lucky Lion. He came and did that with us.
Wow.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
So
but
it
was a Lucky Lion.
Yeah.
Lucky
Oh, Jerry,
Lion.
you wasn't in the Bay Area for the Lucky
No, I
Lion.
wasn't in the Bay Area for the Lucky Lion.
And just to be clear for everybody, the Lucky Lion was not a gospel club.
No. Far from
It was not. No. I take I only out of fun. It was a
I know
should
it.
need it to be a gospel club, but it was what Prince said, I got a lion in my pocket,
And ready to roar.
Ready to roar. Okay.
and getting lucky. So now that you put it together.
Okay.
Yeah, it was an adult club. How about that?
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
that club was promoted. I think they did certain nights from the Boss of the Bay, KDIA. They had a handful of promotional nights at the Lucky Lion.
Yes, Eddie, man. That we used to, man. I can remember the Lucky Lion quite well, man. Yes. Only because the crowds were always so live, man, and it was the attention would be in the little. I want to say it was a ballroom or a lounge, and maybe the place was like maybe 200 or 300, if I remember correctly. And if somebody asks, how do I remember all this? I've been truly blessed. I've never partook in drugs, so I try to keep my memory, and I always going from my dad's word. You always have something in your plate if you keep your bearing straight. So I'll try to remember. Even to this day, I'm 68 years. I'll be 68 in March. 67 years old. I try to remember where I've been and where I'm going and where I'm at. So if you look back where I came from, how I got to where I'm at, and then I have to look where I'm trying to go. So remember these places. I put something in my mind about each one of these places.
Well, we got to listen, and they respect your work ethic. I respect your memory. Blessings to the Troutman family. Keep it going, Flash. Keep it going.
Free freedom. Shoo-wah-wah. Free freedom. Give me free freedom. Start to up. Free freedom. Shoo-wah-wah. Free freedom. Give me free freedom. Start to up. If I got a ham hock and a pot of beans, 2 or 3 quarters in my pocket, and a real clean place to dine, I need to be off work overtime. With fall electric and rent off me, I don't want to get drunk, cause I don't want to show my behind, but I need freedom. All right, yeah. Freedom.
Oh my goodness, my good.
Nice.
Gary, that's enough. Sorry.
No, that sounded good, man. That sounded good too.
I'll be quiet after when he gets up there. But 19, Freedom, that was recorded at Counterpart. That was the studio that we recorded Son. That was the first full album, Roger and the Human Body, man. That was on the Troutman Brothers label. And we were, we was trying to make it happen, man. Just trying to make it happen. We used to take everything that we had. We would go and play at clubs and make a few $100s at the club. We would take $195, use $5 to get home, take $195 and put it in the record. We would pay the studio bill, use the same cassettes over and over and over to listen to what we did that day in the studio. We would go in and just record and work to try to make it happen, man. And when that record came out, first it was a single, then we finished the album. I remember 1975 day. We used to have a truck, we used to travel around Cincinnati and area. And the way I had to deal with the road crew, right? Some friends of mine that got together. And the way that we got paid is we got 5 albums, okay? The albums, we sold them for $5. That was the cost of the album. You sell 5 albums and you have $25. With the $25, you could get your gas to get home, get food, or whatever you needed to do. That was your money. So that's how we sold the album, man. It was
you were selling an album for $5, and that was pretty high back in those days. I remember albums were like $3 for the longest, $2, $3. You were getting $5 an album.
Playing around UC, around the college, yeah.
Okay, all right.
When we could, do $5, $3, whatever. We played at the Matrix up the street. It would be, man, whatever you could get. Eight, it was. But yeah, that was that album, that song Freedom. We when we recorded that, man, we used to listen to Papa was a Rolling Stone. Remember the Temptations and the hand claps on the and and we put that in the song, man, because it was so popular, right? And we was learning how to make the hand, how they got the hand claps so loud and so big. It was, I was fascinating to us. And I tell you, back then, we started becoming our own engineers. All right. Nice. We dealt with engineer, but we was always curious. Roger was always curious, man, of how, how the bass got so loud and how you can make everything fit, and it was amazing, man. We deal with a lot of guys in the studio. Instead of us going to the studio acting as if we knew everything or even going to their high, because we never, we didn't partake in that stuff, man. We would sit there and watch what the engineer was doing or watch what whoever the so-called producer was at the time. We would listen to him and watch him until we learned what we were doing, man. And then we took it on to the next level. But that song, Freedom, man, in Cincinnati was a white radio station called WEBN. And they deal with it was a rock station, if you will. And that song, they used to do an album called Vinyl Days. Our song got to be on that album. So on that,
nice.
All of the rock guys, man. Some guys turned out to be some pretty big rock guys in the 70s and 80s. So that was, it was a big feat for us, man. Nice. That was money.
Okay, cool. Hey, you're watching IRTS Live. We are live with Lester Troutman Sr. and Terry ZAPP Troutman. We are talking about the music of ZAPP, Roger and the Heavy Men, Human Body, whatever it's called, Roger and the Bells, Little Roger and the Bells. You guys had all kind of names going on there. But ZAPP, you settled on. We talked about that earlier because of Bootsy Collins and George Clinton said we're gonna call you ZAPP. So, and Terry, you just kept that as your nickname. So I like that story and I like the music. Keep playing that ZAPP music for us, CJ Flash.
much more. I like your bounce. Where you bounce.
Okay, you're gonna make me cuss on my show here, but damn, that stuff is still funky. And you know, you guys must crank it up when you play it live because it seems so loud. You can't help but move to that song, man. So when you were doing a song like More Bounce to Down, did you say like, okay, this is a hit. This is some funky shit we got going on here.
Yeah. You
Let's see, man. Wow, man. More about man. I swear, I don't even know where to start, man. I wanted to
More bounce, more bounce, more bounce. Yo, you like that, don't you, CJ? You like
Absolutely.
more bounce, yeah.
started to start right there, but hey, man, I tell you, More Bounce. Oh my goodness. Hey, you know, it's wow.
So I got a question. You can tell me the truth here. Who was the woman who was the inspiration for that song?
Well,
More Bounce.
honestly, man, okay, I don't want to steal all of us thunder, but hey, when we finished the record, the first ZAPP record, you know, my brother, man, when I was still in the Hamilton, he had 4 careers, as y'all can see, right?
Mm-hmm.
The one for Warner Brothers, the first ZAPP record, the ZAPP one, the one that everybody knows about, More Bounce was originally not even going to be on there. It came from, it was what they will call a transfer. We made a song off of another song on the record called Funky Bounce. CJ probably knows what it is.
Mm-hmm.
And really, it was time to turn the record in. And hey, it's really, we wanted a hit, right? We just kept telling him, man, we need a hit. The we is my brothers, and the he is Roger Slick. Right? We need a hit. So anyway, he went back, took the transfer, and went in there and made it, man. Went in there. I remember him coming to play it for me. We were on what was called an Air Force tour, touring all the Air Force bases in the country. And remember when he first played it? You remember the 8 tracks and the cassettes? Remember those days?
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I want to ask y'all that. Everybody knows what the heck I'm talking about. But yeah, it was in summertime, man. So I think it was 1980. And he played it. And I mean, he played it, I don't know, probably about 2 or 3 hours. He just over and over, man. I said, play it again, man. Play it again.
Funky stuff.
It was 7 times that.
He kept saying, play it again. Play it again. Play it again.
Just funky. Now, Vince Robinson, who's a musician as well, says he kept waiting for a change that never came on that record. He says the first time he can recall a song that never had a change to it. Was that intentional or what?
Most definitely. Yeah, it was. Roger was, man. It was clever. Genius, man. But no change. You know, the hook and the verse was the same. The only thing we changed is we dropped the congas out. Roger changed, put a George Benson, Wes Montgomery style riff in there. If you listen in there, that was and it was to again, man. You got to remember we recorded that stuff in the 70s. Like Zapp said, George showed Roger, he showed us. Again, we was paying attention. Thank you, George. Love you, man. We love you.
Yes.
It's called they call it looping. You know, he would take so much of the song, like 10 to 12 bars, 14 bars of it, and right where it start to get shady, he'll lock it right back, loop it right back. The same thing. Bam, over and over. Right? And that's what he did. If you play Funky Bounce, I can show you the part of the song that he used. And what he used off of Funky Bounce was the hand claps, the drums, right? and a little bit of the percussion, and that's it, right? And Roger went in with we had a rolling keyboard. People thought it was a mini Moog. It wasn't. It was called a rolling H1000. It was a little rolling keyboard that had some preset sounds on it. It had you could mess with a couple of oscillators on it. Cheap thing, man. Real dirty, real cheap. And that's what he played the bass with, right? That's where the bass came from. It wasn't from the Moog, wasn't from any other art. That's where the bass came from, right? And you listen in, there's only a few instruments in the whole song. And Roger got prolific with the talk box, man. But he could only play in a few keys early on. So that's why there was no changes, man.
Nice. Okay.
Yeah, we recorded that stuff. We recorded that in 19. ZAPP came out in 80. He recorded that in the summer of 79. We was in Lompoc, California.
Wow.
Now, Big Russ and CJ Flash are the DJs. Tell us how many parties you turn out with that one, how many venues turn out.
I can't even begin. When we were in high school, when I was in high school, a lot of the basketball teams would come out to that. They would come out to that song. Even the football teams would come out to that song. It was one of those songs that it took over the entire summer. And it was one of those where, you kind of felt like this song could go forever. And we used to make pause mixtapes. We would wait for the song to come on the radio, and we would pause mix on the radio.
Yeah.
To extend it, to keep extending it. You have to wait by the radio until they play it again and remember where you were and then hit it.
That's right. And edit, yeah, man. That's right. That was that song. I'm sorry, guys. That song, that we were a local band. We were, like ZAPP said, from 77 to 1980, we toured every Air Force base in the U.S. We went to every state in the continental U.S., right, except Alaska, Puerto Rico, and Hawaii. 51 is 50 states, but we went to all of the, top states that's connected. Played every Air Force in every state, man. South Dakota, North Dakota, Maine, New York, New Hampshire, everywhere, man. And when we finished up the tour, the first leg of the tour, we went back again, and in the middle of the second leg of the tour, Boar Mountains came out. I think it was in June of 1980. It came out, and I remember we played at a club in Dayton called Jilly's. I remember I was coming from home, riding our station wagon, man. I heard it on the radio, WDL, where we used to listen to the Players and all them guys. Say, what? And I heard it, blew my mind, man. That changed our life. Yeah, that changed our life. And it was it's amazing, man. It was, right on time.
So like 43, 44 years later, it's still just funky as ever, man. It's still funky as ever.
Funky. When we were in Los Cabos, the hotel that we stayed at, we were a couple of guys. We were eating dinner, and one of the waiters came in, and broken English, and he said, well, we want to know what group we were. Told him ZAPP, man. He started, oh man, yes, I know. I like, oh yeah. Well, amazing, man. It's amazing. 40 something years later, man. Yeah. And I was about to make a joke. You asked what was was it what was the feeling? How do we know? See, we kept a yellow legal pad, and every time we got to, okay, 40 years later, this song is gonna be played on. Man, we didn't know, man.
You didn't know. Okay, just making good music, having fun.
That's what felt good, trying to emulate the people that, and it worked. It was God. Number one, it was God, man.
Yes. Yes. Well, we got some folks from back home with you from the Funk Music Hall of Fame and Exhibition Center, which is in Dayton, I believe. They said that you guys have donated artifacts and memorabilia to the museum, and they're calling you guys the Lords of Funk Music, and they're saying hello from Dayton, Ohio. So hello to the Funk Music Hall of Fame and Exhibition Center.
Yeah, wait a second. They sitting right there next to us. Hey, yeah, what's up, man? Hey, man. No, we're no lords, man. Thank you for the such high accolades, but no, man. We just, hey, man, we normal people. We go to Walmart and we go down there, to the. And we go to the CVS just like you, and to Speedway, and to the gas station just like everybody else, man.
There you go. Yeah, but we're not as funky as you. So we got a little bit more time with these guys, CJ Flash. So let's get them in.
All right, let me hit them. You know what? Here's what I'll do.
CJ, we can't stay all night.
I can get that.
I can. Yeah.
It's fun.
Fix, man.
Somebody somewhere told me this about you. They say you're a heartbreaker, you just can't be true. Yeah, what those other people say, I wanna love you really well. See, baby.
One thing that I did not mention, that we kind of just, we just didn't mention it, is the fact that the level of funk that you guys had, how much it influenced the dance culture, meaning the poppers and the lockers and the boogaloos, especially here in the Bay Area, the home of boogaloo, because boogalooing was created here. And not the James Brown boogaloo, but the boogalooing, popping, strutting style. And that whole thing, how from More Bounce on was all of the stuff that you got. As a matter of fact, I think Ronnie Hudson put out a West Coast pop locking, but it was heavily influenced by ZAPP, Roger.
Yeah.
And can you speak a little bit to that?
Yep. Okay.
Someone told me this about you. She said, CJ, don't you trust him? Don't put CJ, Boogaloo, heartbreaker.
Yeah.
Okay. That's it.
That's good.
Yeah, let me see. That was Heartbreaker. Let me see now. How we see the pop locking and the boogaloo now. That was on page 76 of man. Hey, man, hey, Russell, CJ, and Jerry.
Yes.
And I would love to tell a story to say that we wrote down, documented every song and every feeling and every second of our career and every record that we made and what it was going to be like and who was going to influence. Man, let me take these off. Man, it was we had no idea, man, that we influenced it.
Yeah.
I won't say it was an accident. It was an act of God, is what God wanted the people to feel at the time. Man, we had no idea, man. Mm-hmm. One thing that I don't know why this was, and I don't know why God made this happen. I started to touch on it earlier, but we were lucky, we were blessed. Mm-hmm. And after we met George and when we do Bootsy early on in our career as kids, but after we met George and we had our first hit, we recorded the first hit in Detroit, United Sound, with Motown Studio and what they call Super Disc Sound Room East. We recorded our first and part of the second album there at Super Disc back at the place, which when I was in Detroit. Shortly after that, in the middle of recording, we finished building our own studio. So from 1982 on, all of the songs that you've been playing, Heartbreak, Computer Love.
Okay, your sound's going in and out on Lester.
I'm sorry, I'm moving my hand.
There we go.
Yeah.
There you go.
Do I Diddy, all those songs. We recorded those in our own studio. So we had, whatever feeling we put into it, if we turned a foot up, or if Roger had a note that he wanted to stick out on the bass, we put this horn line in, whatever it was, we had our own creative. We did whatever we wanted to do to make happen. So yeah, I think that might have had a lot to do.
Okay.
Now, we wouldn't let too many influences come in and change. Well, there we go. Had too many influences. We wouldn't let too many influences come in and change what we were trying to put down. So that, I think the people was able to get what we were putting out. It didn't get diluted in any kind of way.
Yeah, that's good. All right, look, we got about 10 more minutes is all we got with these gentlemen right here. So 10 more. So Terry's all in. Lester's been like this the whole time.
No,
so I don't know.
No. You got it backwards. Terry's the one. He's at midnight. You see what Diddy turned flip, man. I'm good.
But it's not even midnight back there. Well, I don't know where you guys in Yugoslavia or something. You're just in Ohio. It's only 11:22. That's all.
I'm in Ohio. Yeah, Terry. He lives in Australia, man.
Oh, okay. Hello, man.
What's up, Russ? Why you laughing, man?
Mess up with that one, man. You tell me, live in Australia. Person who looked like this who live in Australia.
They're Aborigines or something like that, right?
Yes.
Yeah, but you can go down the line, man, and you haven't touched on sampling. You haven't touched on the artists that use the songs.
Yes.
You haven't touched on
well, hold right there. Well, we're gonna go 10 more minutes tonight, but there's always a chance for a part 2.
That's what I'm talking about.
Oh, it could be a part 2. Don't say that to me. Don't tease me, bro. The
information is here, and believe me,
I'm the financier. Russell, I told you first that he was short on so we have to negotiate whatever we have to do.
Well, I can give you two mouse pads and a mug. How about that?
Oh yeah, well, you got to get the one I had, right?
You have to share them. You have to share the mug though. So we just got a few more minutes, and then we'll negotiate that part 2 after we're done with this tonight. But go ahead, Flash, get some more of that good music in as best you can. That is the almighty DJ CJ Flash right there.
DJ Flash, you are, man, you need to, man, I ain't gonna zap. You already talked about me for talking too much. I'm sorry. Man.
You need to take them two brothers on the road with you.
All right.
Oh, I'm sorry. All three of us on the road with you.
No, you had it right.
I didn't know he was going to be open to it. So, I had to say something. No, man, but how are we going to get you guys into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame? That's what we need to do.
That's what I'm talking about.
From doing things like this, from brothers like you, Jerry, you, CJ, and you, Russell, people like y'all, man, just spreading the word, spreading the word. I tell you, for me, I'm honored to know that the world, you name some of the places that they're listening to us. If you would just take a second and try to think about it from our perspective, we're brothers from Hamilton, Ohio, small city about the size of your studio, man, with grandparents that came from Georgia, and then father who worked real hard for his kids. Hey, man, and then we had a break. We got luck. We were blessed, man. We met Bootsy and George, and then we had a hit right out of the box. And then we toured with every known Black artist probably in the world. I mean, from the Commodores, Parliament, Prince, man, just Michael Jackson, Bootsy. It's just amazing, man. To go down that line and go down, have a career like that, to go down the road like that, and then sit here and you play that music, man. I can remember recording every last one of them songs, man. That's one of them, from Sun to, you didn't get into some of the other people.
Part two.
So, it's just amazing, man. We are honored. If we ever get into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, I'm gonna tell you now, man, I would be purely honored. But this is, to me, this is the Hall of Fame, from people like you, from when you came to me, Jerry, after the show. That was the Hall of Fame for me, and for you, CJ, for going back and getting the music. Come on, man. Jolly Organ, and then you, man, coming up out of your sick band. That's honorable. So we want to give thanks to y'all, man. If we ever make it to the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, we got to have an annex, man. You guys got to come and,
It's not if, it's when. When
That's
you
right.
make it. When.
We will be there. I promise you, we'll be there.
Yeah.
And I'm telling you, man, this was a whole lot of fun, man. And again, my brother, they have a bad connection over in Australia.
Well,
okay, Zach, I got lunch tomorrow, man. Okay, Zach. Okay.
No, but let me do this real quick. We also, at the end of the show, we like to wrap it up with the fellas saying the little individual things too. So, Russ, I'm gonna let you go first here. All right. So,
Well, in this case, I don't really want to talk about what we're doing. I just want to applaud these brothers for the things that they've done. We're looking at 6 decades, 6 decades, 6 decades, and still going. Still one of the best live shows that's out there.
Yeah.
You talked about Lucky Lion. We have people here who remember the Circle Star Theater here in the Bay. You guys played the Circle Star and came dancing down Star Aisle. Your performances have been legendary and remain legendary. No one wants to follow ZAPP on a show.
Ever.
No one.
Ever.
CJ Flash.
I thank you for all of the good feeling music that we have and all of the good feelings that you put into the music that you created. It's phenomenal, man. I play more bounce more than any other DJ in this country. I'm sure. I'm sure of that. And Russ will tell you, I cut that record up, but it's just a timeless classic. Timeless classic. Timeless. So thank you, gentlemen. Appreciate you.
Yeah, so my joint, the one I love, Grapevine is my ish. Grapevine is my ish. That's the joint. When I first heard that on the radio and they played it from the very beginning, I was like, what is this? What is this? Oh my God. You know, it was one of those things you don't even really realize as a kid. I didn't even realize it was a cover. It was that revolutionary to me, you know. And I talked to my cousins who, I guess there's a DJ in Detroit back in the day that used to really support you guys. Mojo.
Fabulous Mojo. Come on, man.
Yeah.
Mojo. More Bounce. He's the reason More Bounce, man. He took that record test press.
Wow.
Come on.
Yeah, the legend has it that you guys drove up and gave him an acetate and he played the acetate until it wore out.
It's called test pressing. That's right. Call it exactly right, man. Hey,
he broke.
Go ahead, Zap. Sorry.
Oh, go ahead.
Australia. Calling Australia.
Hello, mate. Hello, mate. You're on, mate.
Calling Australia.
Thank you for getting that lesson.
Okay.
I was going to send you these Mucinex, but that's
I will take it. I need it, bro. I need it. And it's that bootleg Australian Mucinex too. I need that.
Yeah,
40 proof.
Man, it's like you said earlier, Jerry. I mean, it's to have a platform to tell our story, man. It's an honor, and we appreciate that, man. And I tell you, I'm not a blabbermouth. People asked us, if they asked ZAPP, my younger brother, people remember, but 5, 6 or 7, 6 different years difference. There's 3 kids between ZAPP and I. Okay. Yeah. So, it's it's a lot. And Roger and I, it was a sister between us. So he was my cat, man. And we kind of, every last one of them songs that you play, I was right there playing, right there with it, mixing, playing, and this is amazing. Except the early stuff, the stuff that Jim Vitti did. Other than that, I was the engineer.
Nice.
And Rob down at 5th floor. That's amazing. That really happened, man. And so ZAPP didn't have a lot. He just wasn't. He was there. Trust me, he was there. I just like to tell the story. I like to tell some of the stories, like you had some of the down deep and nitty gritty stories, man.
Well, we appreciate it.
Man, I gotta say this. Y'all didn't talk about Snoop. Y'all didn't talk about Dre. Y'all didn't talk about
Part two.
Y'all didn't talk about
No, we will get to that. We want to focus on the core. We will get to the influences later on. We want to focus on the core.
Then the movies, the Selena movie, and then Love and Basketball, all those movies. Right?
We can get some of ZAPP in an hour and a half. That's got to be a part 2 that's coming up. And let me just say this:
you're asking an awful lot for $2, bro.
You know what I'm saying? You need to send me a mouse pad. What you talking about? But let me just say this again. I've loved you guys forever and ever and ever. Many of those decades that Russell mentioned, I've been alive and jamming your music and had the 8-track and the cassette and the CD and the album. And so, I probably put some of your kids in school or through school and all that kind of thing too. But I've been doing this for a minute. We've been doing this for a minute, and getting guests is always kind of tricky sometimes because you never know how people are going to act. But I got CJ Flash gave me his backstage pass, and I went backstage and I said, I'm going to go and do like they do in the movies. I'm just going to bum rush this guy. And I walked right up to you. You said, let's have a seat. And next thing I know, you give me your son's phone number. And I thank you for that. That just shows me what kind of heart you got, what kind of people you are. And that is what matters to me about anything and everything. So thank you so much.
You're welcome. That night also, I'm with Zap. He came back there. Didn't you talk to who were you on the show with?
I talked to Shirley Murdoch first.
Yeah,
I talked to who was that at the beginning? Flash. Yeah. That we went and talked to before they even hit the stage. Your younger brother.
Was it Eric Benet?
Eric Benet.
No, the young brother that's been on a couple of times. Kevin Ross.
Kevin Ross, that's right.
Kevin Ross, yeah. And Eric Benet, he went on before us, right?
Yeah.
I talking to Eric, Eric came to Roger's home and did I think a song on his first or second album.
Wow.
And we talking to Eric about that. So, we have we easy, man. Like we like the guy next door, man. We cool. We just don't let your dog out to use the bathroom and we good, man. We cool.
Writing that down.
What's up, man?
Writing that down. So look,
Russell, wait. I want to know why Russell, when he came late, why you keep laughing, man?
Because I'll tell you, man, I need this another part of this show. I need to be. We got to do this again, brother. Because you're right. There's so much we didn't touch on in respect to the time. No, we got to do it, and we'll do it again, and we'll start from right here and move forward.
And why don't we do this? While all these people are watching, and maybe in February, Black History Month, we can do something to celebrate the Black history that you provided for us. How about that?
Wait a minute, we're pausing right here. We're not gonna move right here. The same.
Yeah.
Exactly. We're gonna freeze it.
Hey, you know what? No, I'm not sure where we'll be in the world, but
we'll figure it out.
Yeah, wherever it is. Yeah, Zap, are you down? Will you be able to get a feed from Australia?
Hey, have one more time. I'm gonna come hit the button on here.
Okay.
I love this dude, Lester. Man, dude, you are hilarious, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Man, I love this dude.
All right, Flash, you got something to take us home. But before we say that, thank you all for watching tonight. If you missed any part of the show, just wait about 5 minutes until this is over, and you'll be able to catch the replay and watch it all over again. And why wouldn't you want to? So we want to thank you very much for watching IRTS Live. We got another brand new episode coming up next week. So we'll see you next Tuesday at 7 p.m. Pacific time. Thank you to Lester. Thank you to Terry. Thank you to Russ. Thank you to CJ. I'm Jerry. Lester, did you have one more thing you wanted to say?
Yeah, all of the fans who you chimed in, New York, San Francisco, Seaside, Africa, the Bahamas, St. Louis, Missouri, Kansas, I forget one, Dayton,
Australia.
And what was her name? The lady, the queen, what was her name?
Queen Gina Marie.
Yeah, and listen, thank you and God bless you, and thank you so much for listening to us and watching us. And hey, remember
take us on, Flash.
You paused.
Oh, there you go. Go back to Australia. There goes that. There you go. Okay.
I think that's it, man.
IRTS Live is brought to you by CDove HR Consulting Group, the human resources specialist, providing personalized service to building a better tomorrow. Enjoy the difference. Lifelong Medical Care, offering free vaccines for everyone 12 and over. Call Lifelong at 510-549-5454 or visit lifelongmedical.org. Check out gdovedesigns.com to get t-shirts and hoodies that make a statement. Join DJs Big Russ and CJ Flash for the world-famous show live Fridays, noon to 4 Pacific. Catch them on the following social media platforms. And if you'd like to join us as a sponsor, please email us at info@irtsshow.com.